Hello guys, this is Shaky Beeves. I've got a bit of a different video for the channel. I'm taking a bit of a risk because I want this channel to be solely Battlefield content, but actually it would be a bit nonsensical for me as a potential YouTube creator to completely ignore the fact that the Call of Duty beta has gone live this weekend, and obviously I've had a chance to try it, so I wanted to give you a bit of a one-off video and a bit of a bonus video to my 2 videos I've dropped this week as part of my schedule. And I'm hoping as a Battlefield fan you're still going to appreciate my opinion from somebody who heavily leans towards Battlefield in terms of their favoured shooter. So let's get into this. I had something to say and I wanted to make this video. So this particular match, I'll just briefly explain, is headquarters on Gunrunner. I'm going to talk in detail about the map a little bit later. And I hope you enjoy the gameplay. It was a 180 KD, 27 kills in the bag. It's quite a strong match, particularly as it was my first and only match I've played of the beta over the weekend. So yeah, so let's get into it, my perspective on this game. So firstly, how does it feel? I think that's kind of one of the first things as a gamer that we kind of lean towards, is how does it feel from a tactile perspective. It definitely feels more weighty and purposeful than Call of Duty usually does. I always feel like I'm almost not part of the world, that I'm kind of skimming around on ice skates or roller skates because I'm that quick. This feels more weighty and tactile. So everything's a little bit slower, but for me I prefer that. So guns have more of a heft to them, they definitely kick more, the sounds are a lot better. I don't think it's quite met the pinnacle of audio design that is Battlefield, but I think they do sound a lot more realistic and feel more realistic in your hands, which is great. So yeah, so for me from a feel perspective it feels really good. You can see me messing around with the sensitivity there a little bit. Yeah, and over that, if we get onto a bit of visual design, it definitely looks stronger. It looks more like a next gen title. Lighting's better, textures are better. Yeah, it looks better, particularly the weapon imagery. I think it looks really strong. When you run with some of the weapons, you hold them up to the side. The reload animations are really nice. I love the fact that your gun kind of lets off smoke after you've fired it for a while. I really like those features. And I think the gameplay feels somewhere of a halfway house between Battlefield and Call of Duty. So it's not quite as realistic and tactile as Battlefield feels, to me still, but not as kind of arcadey as I think Call of Duty used to feel. So it's somewhere in the middle, which I actually think for me puts it in quite a strong position. I'm quite enjoying it. If we move on to the map itself, this map, I only got to try Gunrunner. I really did think it was well designed. Immediately, I say immediately, quite quickly I was able to understand the choke points, the routes, figure out how I could get an advantage. I like flanking, and this had a lot of great flanking routes on it, so it's a well designed map, so it's a good start from my perspective. And that leads me on to another point. I felt that the gameplay in general, again, I talked about it being a halfway house between the arcadiness of COD and Battlefield. It felt more leaning towards a more strategic approach, so rewarding you taking your time, taking a flanking route, going around the outside and coming up behind the enemy, which is something that actually always lent me towards Battlefield. I always enjoyed that gameplay more than running and gunning. And I felt that CODs of the past kind of appealed to 12-year-olds with really quick reflexes that could just kind of run and gun. I think this leans towards somebody a bit more mature. So that's a good thing. I think they're stepping into the big boys game and an older man's game. And actually the average age of gamers nowadays is around my age, in the 30s. So yeah, I think COD's growing a bit with this particular title. So it's looking promising, in short. I think what it means, the original intention for this video was, is it a threat for Battlefield? So what does it mean for Battlefield? I think it's a good threat for Battlefield. I think it will spur on competition. I don't think, I still stand by this, I said this in another video, I don't think their ground war will take the crown of large-scale vehicular warfare from Battlefield, but I think it's quite cool that COD are trying to step into that space. But I don't think Battlefield have got anything immediate to worry about. But that being said, I haven't played it, so I do need to wait on that opinion, but my instincts tell me that's where I stand on that. So yeah, I think it's a good threat. I think it's going to hopefully spur on DICE and EA to really think about what they're going to do with their next title. I think all Battlefield fans are going to be looking at what is DICE's answer to this, what is shaping up to be a pretty strong shooter. What's their answer and response? Even if it's a year, 2 years away, we need to see something as Battlefield fans that's really going to live up to what I think Call of Duty is trying to do here. They're trying to evolve, and it looks strong and it feels exciting again, I guess. And the last couple of Battlefields, you might not agree with me, they've lost some of that flash and that excitement that we used to get with 3 and maybe arguably 4, and definitely Bad Company 2. So you can just see the outside flank here, look, double kill, just missed the third, which was a shame. So I think that's it for my opinion. Is it a threat? Yes, potentially, but in a good way. I think it's going to spur things on. I think there's still room for both shooters in the world. I don't think all of the Battlefield fans are suddenly going to give up on their favourite franchise, but they might play this for a while and look to DICE's response. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoy this one, a little bit different, and if you enjoy this sort of content, I welcome you to subscribe. For now, take care, and thanks for watching.
HQ is green. Get the move on. They're capturing the HQ. Go. Throwing stun. Allied UAV overhead. Allied cruise missile launched. Enemy cruise missile, take cover. Stand by. UAV is down. Online, secure it. Enemy cruise missile, take cover. They're capturing the HQ, go. UAV is ready for flyover.
This is Falcon 3-0. Good copy. UAV beginning flyover.
Enemy UAV overhead. HQ is ours. No read.
UAV is out of fuel. Returning to resupply.
We can't send reinforcements yet. Hold for the next wave. They disabled the HQ. Reinforcements inbound. 10 seconds. Get ready to move. New HQ established. Allied UAV overhead. missile launched. Reloading. Allied UAV overhead. Reloading. 1 minute remaining. Your time is running out. We're taking the HQ. Enemy UAV overhead. Reloading. Reloading. Cruise missile ready to launch. Target marked. Send it.
Stop the control. Cruise missile ready.
30 seconds.
Off target. No KIA.
Reloading. Enemy personal radar overhead. HQ's down. Stand by. 10 seconds. Get ready to move. Reloading. Get to the next HQ. Reloading. Enemy UAV overhead. Reloading. HQ is green. Get the move on. We're at the HQ. Stand by. HQ contested. Reloading. HQ is ours. No reinforcements available. Can't send reinforcements yet. We are out of time. Move. HQ contested. Perimeter breached. Defend the HQ. They disabled the HQ. Reinforcements inbound. Get ready. We move soon. Allied UAV overhead. New HQ active. Move out. Reloading. HQ is online. Secure it. We're taking the HQ.